My name is Michael from Security and Transportation Department. I've been working at the resort for a little over 20 years now. I met Mr. Benoit and Ms. Dyke at the resort. They were looking for a wedding destination, but I did convince them that this is just the right place, very popular place for weddings. Immediately, they fell in love with me as much as I fell in love with them. And it so happened that she asked me whether I could drive her, whether I could be the driver on the wedding day. I said, yes, I will be the driver. And it was my day off, actually, and I decided I could still make it. On the day of the wedding, I was the father giver because she really wanted me to do it. She said that her dad passed away, so she haven't got anybody to do it for her, and I was really comfortable doing it for her. This hotel is going to be the vacation station from there on. They are going to come back. They will come back. And by doing all of this, I think it was one of the best moments I have had, not just at the resort, it's in my entire life, really. I cannot recall a very special moment like that. And I believe that I am a true Sugar Beach ambassador.
My name is Gasco Blaze. I'm the Director of Security for the resort. I've been working here for 21 years. We ordered a shipment of goods from France, but the closest port it could have gone to was in Fort-de-France in Martinique. But to get it into St. Lucia or to the resort was a challenge. It was agreed that we should use our dive boat to head to Fort-de-France, Martinique, to get the goods back to the hotel. It was further agreed that I should be the one to captain the boat to Martinique because of my experience. The following day, about 7 a.m., I left together with our purchasing manager, Mr. Luciano Smith. We made it to Martinique about 9. And after clearing customs and immigration, we settled in slightly, made contact with the agent in Martinique. And we had a bit of a delay in getting the goods because we were supposed to return to St. Lucia the same day. We did not receive the goods not until about 4 p.m. We then headed out to sea, myself and Smith. After clearing for the port of Fort-de-France, we headed east towards Diamond Rock and decided to make almost a night passage because it was getting dark already. We wanted to make a night passage through St. Lucia. However, it was overcast and we were already experiencing 6 to 8 feet swells. We then realized that we could not have picked up St. Lucia. We couldn't even pick up the silhouette. So we then turned on our nav lights so I can use my compass bearing, which is the only navigation aid available to me at the time. However, we realized that we had no navigation lights. So we had no option but to abandon the mission to St. Lucia and return to Fort-de-France. By the time we got to Fort-de-France, it was probably about 7 p.m. We then contacted the agent. He brought a freezer truck because most of the goods were perishable items. We loaded the goods back onto the freezer truck, and we did not have a change of clothing, so we had to head to a small boutique in Fort-de-France to get a change of clothing. Then spend the night. The following morning, we then contacted the agent who brought the goods back onto the boat, and we left Fort-de-France about 9 a.m. We realized that we were up to 8 to 10 feet swells, but I was not prepared to give up because we had to take the goods back to the hotel. Ship was waiting. We had to take it back to St. Lucia. That boat would clock an average of 30 knots, but because of the weight and sea conditions, we were only able about 10 to 15 knots. So after making it through some very challenging waters, we made it to Port Soufrière, where we cleared customs, immigration, then headed to the hotel, where Chef and his team were very excited to see us with the goods. There's one thing that is at the back of my mind that I remember. Our ideology is that we say yes when others dare not.
See, one of the things I enjoy being a manager at Sugar Beach is the guest interaction and getting that wholesome feedback. People choose Sugar Beach for different reasons as their getaway spot. For example, I was talking to one couple. The lady was here to celebrate her 50th birthday, and she had never dived before, while her husband is an ardent diver. So one of our employees from Motorsport, Joseph, managed to convince her to just give it a try. And he took her out to sea alongside her husband, had her first dive, and she enjoyed it. Several days she's been doing that with her husband now. She wants to come back and get certified here. What an awesome turnaround. Another example is with a wonderful lady who was on the island on another property. She just did not like it there, and she went on the website. She saw Sugar Beach, and she decided to come over. And she's been here. We took her booking last minute, and she was quite a challenge, to be honest, from a management point of view. But the team, like swans, handled that gracefully, managed to meet her at a point of need, going out of their way to meet her at a point of need and turn her around despite her hefty demands. And for that matter, as she claimed she would leave the next day, she ended up staying for 2 weeks. These things happen on a daily basis and will continue to happen because the ideology is active in us. And I will honestly tell you, we are the unabashed provocators.
My name is Charles, and I'm a resident butler at Sugar Beach Viceroy Resort. And I had this one family I was looking after recently by the name of Warren. And Mr. Warren was undergoing dialysis for his kidneys, and he had dialysis scheduled at Tapio Hospital on a Monday. And I got this call from him the Sunday prior to the Monday stating that he needs to get dialysis as soon as possible, or else he wouldn't make it through the night. So I called the Tapio Hospital on that Sunday, trying to organize for them to go ahead with the dialysis, and I was told that the department is closed on a Sunday. So I then make another call stating the urgency, and then they called the lady responsible for the department, and the lady then called me, and she decided to open up for them and go ahead with the dialysis. And I then called the ambulance quickly to pick them up and take them up to Tapio Hospital. And that same evening, I did call them and ask them what were their plans for dinner, and they were like, "Oh, we'll have KFC." And I'm like, no five-star guest is gonna have KFC. So I called Big Chef Steakhouse restaurant, and I got them some steaks and ribs, etc., and I got that to them. And the following morning when I met Mrs. Warren, she was like, "Charles, you know how to make things happen." And that's what Viceroy is all about. We make things happen.